Hello, welcome back to Watson's Models. You're in the shop. Another different kind of angle, little elbow room, whatnot. Okay, another open box kind of reviewish kind of thing on another humma 16th scale Tongde US M109A2, the upgrade edition 16th scale howitzer. Yeah, this is cool. So Tongde's been coming out with some unique items that hang along and the other guys don't have. So, you know, dude's got to jump on it when you can. Anyhow, I got to wait till this stuff comes stateside, you know. This one came from Motion RC. But let's open it up. Let's check it out and see what we're dealing with here. Got my handy dandy box opener. i.e. X-Acto knife. Just want to be careful I don't cut into the box, screw something up. All right. Your usual receipts and card and advertising, 30-day warranty. I have to tell you, I don't think I've never had to use the warranty on Motion RC stuff. Everything's worked, nothing was broken, and but Toucan Hobbies, I have had to. In fact, that Stewart over here that I showed you guys the other night is missing some parts. Now they were very, very quick. I mean, within I don't know, probably 30 minutes of me sending them a notification on eBay. They said, hey, we'll take care of this, because you know, they want to have good ratings and be able to sell their products. I said, well, get the parts here and we'll upgrade the rating. So yeah, they already took care of it. It's on the way. However, I think it's coming from China, so it might take a while. All right, let's pull this dude out of the box and see what we're dealing with. There it is. Let you look at the box here. Here's the top, the end, the back, and the other end. So, what does this thing say? In World War II, the U.S. Army self-propelled howitzer was all based on a tank chassis up to the Korean War. Advantages of adopting tank chassis could lessen logistics burdens, yet it is also against self-propelled howitzers' needs. Self-propelled howitzers need to supply ammunition through the back door. Generally, tank engine is mounted back there in the rear of the hull. Therefore, the hull has to be reversed to meet self-propelled howitzer requirements. The driver's seat needs to be relocated accordingly, likely to be located a combatant compartment, which would have a limited zone of fire on both sides. You got to remember, when they're writing stuff in English on these things, translation is kind of interesting. So to meet the U.S. Army's requirement, a dedicated chassis for a self-propelled howitzers project commenced in 1952. This new chassis adopted front engine and an all welded aluminum armor, and the turret is able to traverse through 360 degrees. And by 1958, after changing the engine and howitzer caliber, new designs were designated the T195E1, the T196E1 with 105 millimeter, 155 millimeter howitzer, respectively. They passed tests in 61 and entered mass production phase in the following year. So by 1963, they entered the United States Army service and were designated as M108 and M109 respectively. It sounds so official. Respectively. As the ground forces involved in the Vietnam War in 1965, it was realized that the M109's operational range needed to be improved. The M126L 23 howitzer was replaced by the M185L-39 in 1967. That's the year I was born. 1967, September 5th, in case you guys are, wanting to hook a brother up for his birthday or something. You missed it. 1967, which known as the M109A2. So by 1975, further modifications imposed. Modified rear compartment for more rounds, from 28 to 36, as well as modified structure for optical aiming known as the M109A2. More than 7,000 M109s have been produced, and they've seen service in more than 30 countries. The M109 is truly the backbone of artillery in the Western world. And of course, these dudes were in total action during Desert Storm while I was there. And I didn't know any artillery guys personally, but almost every time that we went to the field, they were in the field. And we actually did an exercise where they were dropping rounds on us danger close in Germany, so we would understand what the effect of live artillery rounds was like while we were buttoned up in our tanks. So I was on an Abrams tank at the time when we experienced that as a driver, and I can tell you that when those rounds hit, they detonate. I don't care where the dust is hiding inside that tank hull. But as soon as that explosion hits, all the dust just comes flying out of the cracks out of everywhere because of the concussion or whatever. So, all right, let's open this up and let me show you what's going on. I'm gonna reposition the camera just a little bit. How's that? Probably getting all stomach. Finally got my fan home. I don't know what this is, my 14th installment or something. These are all the Millennium Falcon parts that are coming. All right, let's open this up. Let's see what we can see. Hopefully the camera does a good job there. All right, here's how it looks. All right, so we've got the manual, which has all the instructions in it on how to assemble this thing. There's all kinds of stuff written in all kinds of languages. Yeah. But you've got a part, an inventory of all your parts and a couple of pages of assembly procedures. There's a lot of stuff to add to this. Now, the thing with Tongde models that I've noticed so far, a lot of the parts are loose fitting. Unlike the Henglong, where you can snap things into place and they're on there nice and sturdy. More than likely, you're going to need some cement for this, whether you use CA glue or depending on its location, you can get away with the Tamiya thin set glue, but I like to use CA glue because I'm not taking it apart. All right, so you got a electronic board socket comparison table. This is a little bit about the remote and all of the functionality of it, what all the numbers represent. Here's a big bag of parts, okay? I'll take pictures of these parts separate when I get them out of the bag. So there's a lot to add to this vehicle. Okay, BBs. I've got millions of BBs. I'll just put that with the rest of them. We have smoke oil, and it is leaky inside the bag, so it's a good thing they put it in this bag. Matter of fact, all of theirs shows up like that. I don't know why. We got a battery, little battery. A little battery. Yeah. I love me some little batteries. That's it. All right, let's peel the top off. There's nothing here. And wow, that is cool. That's just cool, man. Check it out. Okay. Your standard Tongde remote. 4 AA batteries go in the back. And this is a, what is this? Tongde 3.0, 2.4 gigahertz radio, okay? Here's some a box of accessory parts. Well, I didn't know that because there's quite a bit there already. But in the box we have the charger. Looks like we got some tow rope in there. We've got a 50 caliber machine gun and some other parts. Even the muzzle for the end is in here, as well as the antennas. There's even a little tiny screwdriver. Cool. I'm gonna leave that out so you can see it. Decals. They're like stuck in there for life, man. They're hanging. They're like, dude, don't take me out of the box, man. Oh no, this is kind of cool. We've got like a foreign military. I'm gonna leave that out. All right, the piece de resistance. Make sure this dude will come out without. Okay. That is officially badass. Look at that, guys. And gals. If there's any gals that are into this kind of stuff. Check that out. It looks awesome right now. We don't even have all the accessories put on it. We still got to put the muzzle on the end. All kinds of, like, you know, basketry and stuff. Now, this is a little bit interesting. If you notice the metal on the back, okay, on these rear hubs, they almost have corrosion going on them. So I don't know what's going on there, but that definitely looks like it's been sitting around some moisture. Moisture. I hate that word, moist. All right. So this thing pivots. So let's take a look at all the pieces parts. Let's get some. So this shipping tape off. All right. So the cupola spins up here. We also have a plug in here, which it must be for the I don't know, maybe some laser tagging. Okay, driver's hatch. It's accessible. That's where the on-off switch is. All right. I don't know why that doesn't appear to sit flush, but we'll look at that. All right, side doors here. So, obviously you can open it. I don't know why you need to, unless you plan on doing some kind of detail work in the future. It just shows you the interior of this turret. Okay, I'm assuming this is our BB location for plastic BBs. And we also have another side door here. I guess a guy could get in there if he was creative enough to, you know, paint the interior white and try to do a little camouflage work to sort of hide the guts of this thing. But right now, this is a cool looking model. Now in the back, we also have an opening, which is where the battery goes. Okay, there's the cable for it. And while we're thinking about it, these things generally do have some type of a charge to them. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. Some 3M double-sided padded tape here just to hold things in place. Alrighty. Now it's funny because Motion RC guys were trying to assemble this as well, and I'm having the same experience that they had. This plug doesn't appear. I think they got it bass-ackwards. There's like a pin alignment problem in here. Let me do some little bending and see if that helps. There you go. All right, now we're cooking with oil. So let's set this dude in there. Now, that door doesn't seem to want to stay closed by itself. Okay. We got flashing lights. Let's turn that off. Let's take a look in this bag, in these bags. All right, got some loose pieces, parts in there. Okay, some kind of box. I'm assuming it goes on the back here. And like I stated earlier, it's going to be a loose fit. So we'll definitely have to glue some things together. We have what appears to be some wheel hubs. Okay. Basic issue items. And this is where you want to come in and, you know, paint your shovels and your axes and sledgehammers and things like that. May as well do it while it's on the sprue and then mount it to this thing. I think that's really going to bring some details out if you get some wood tones going, some metal, some rust, whatever. You know, you have track jacks here that are typically black. Yeah, we even have a 50 caliber tripod mount located here on the sprue, which is pretty cool. On this one, some more bustle rack kind of stuff, fuel can. We have some loose parts floating around here. All right. Little hatch looking things. I guess these are spades or something for the back of it. More parts. We may have to put these parts on just to complete out the video so you can see it. Anyways, and here's the loose pieces, but it looks like nothing else is missing on the sprues. Okay, well, that's pretty cool. So typically, before I even go to building this stuff, you guys know me, I'm going to fire this dude up and try it out. So let's move these parts out of the way and let me grab 4 batteries. Interesting, it does come with a 50 caliber machine gun that you have to assemble, and there's a wire coming out of it. So the assumption is that we're going to be able to see some machine gun lights firing out of this. Now I don't have all the parts are still here in the bag, and you know, we're going to have to fit and glue and everything, but the weapon will fit up here on top of the turret and plug in right there to get that effect. So maybe when I fire it up, I'll go ahead and just plug it in and just see what it looks like. But let's fire this thing up and see how she sounds. Let me back up the camera. There's the machine gun noise. So, let's see if we have machine gun lights. Can you see that? That's cool. So that works. Let's put it on the ground. I like it. That's cool, man. Little custom paint job and stuff. I should set this next to the Abrams to see how it looks. All right, we got it sitting next to the Henglong Abrams. So, looks pretty good. Very nice vehicle. And it has sort of a foam rubbery road wheels, plastic tracks. Of course, you can get upgraded versions of this if you want full metal, but I don't need it because I don't dog on my stuff. Look at this mess. I still got to get these guys together. Hey, thanks for tuning in. This was fun. This is one of the cooler ones that I have. I got a lot of 16 scale RC armor, but this one's really neat. And just the fact that the gun actually elevates, or elevates as high as it does, the way it's supposed to, and fires, and you got a machine gun, a 50 caliber that lights up as it fires, is just really awesome. So I think this is going to look good when it's dressed out with all its parts. Okay, hey, you guys have a wonderful night. Thanks for watching. You don't have one of these bad boys, go get you one. They're pretty cool. And I think I have a link. I think there might be a link that I can put to this in my description. So if you're looking for this particular version or whatever, just go to that link and it'll take you to the website where I got it from. All right, have a good night. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I'll eventually have more videos. See ya.